Hi Tania.
Hi.
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling pumped. I'm ready. I'm gonna crush Maurice. पता नहीं भाई बहुत stress हो रहा है. सच बोलूँ तो.
And when you spoke with Magnus, what did he tell you?
So I've never played freestyle before, and I definitely feel a bit nervous. You know, I'm playing alongside Magnus, opposite Fabi, so it's stressful. So I went to Magnus and said, Magnus, do you have any tips for me? So he said, yeah, just try to read my mind.
Oh. Did that put more stress or did that reduce?
Such a not a help.
I don't mind.
Sure.
Feels lost, yeah?
It feels feels like it.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Here is I.
Okay.
Well
We did
done.
it. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so that
Learn some ending from you.
Yeah, no, but that was
Rook.
What? Wait. Rook?
maybe you should resign this one
Yeah.
now. Yeah. Still knight was not losing.
What was not losing?
I mean 95.
95 rookie.
Oh, okay, it's still losing.
Well,
We did it.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you. 95.
No, it's still
Well
losing.
done.
Tania, congratulations for a beautiful victory today. How's the feeling?
I'm so happy. I was quite nervous actually today to start with, and you know, playing with Magnus, playing against Fabi, and Maurice was also just psyching me out so much. And I was like, Joby, I wanted to play a good game, and it was also freestyle. I haven't played freestyle, Sagar, don't fall down.
Never, yeah?
No, I haven't. So it was my first time, but बहुत मजा आया, and we won 2-0.
Yes. And that is amazing. Like, this is maybe the first time you teamed up with Magnus. Have you ever played with him?
I think we might have played some blitz long back, you know, after a tournament, but not really. I mean, many years ago, maybe at Wyke or something. You know how when a tournament finishes and you end up playing a little bit?
Yes.
But never in a serious competitive,
Like
and
today
never
there
against
was
Fabi.
So many people following.
It was
and
amazing.
So take us through this when you got to know when that this match is happening and that you will partner Magnus and Fabi and Maurice will play. What did you feel and how did those emotions change as it came closer?
So when I first got to know, I kind of didn't believe it. I instantly, they asked me that would you do this, and I was obviously like, yes, I would, but I thought ki kuch na kuch to, because that's just how it is with me. I never think like it will happen till it's actually happened. So I thought something will change eventually, and but then as it got closer, it was becoming more a reality. We got to Singapore. Then everyone was, you know, making the arrangements for it, and I was like, okay, this is actually happening, to announce everything. And I'm going to be teaming up with Magnus. We're going to be playing against Fabi. And my main thing was, right, that I should play a good game.
Yes.
And I think more than the result, there were moments when, you know, Magnus thought I made the right move. And that gave me a lot of confidence as well. So today was the day that it was going to happen, right? And we were all at dinner. After dinner, I went to him and I told him, I said, Magnus, I'm going to be honest, but I'm really nervous about today. And he just laughed it off, and he's like, what? All you gotta do is try and read my mind. And he walked off with that piece of advice. And I was like, that doesn't help me at all. So then again, we started talking at some point, and I said, okay, listen, you know, it's freestyle. I haven't played freestyle before. Are you okay if I spend a little time in the opening? I mean, it wasn't like, are you okay? I just told him that I'm going to be spending a little time in the opening, and I hope that's fine because, yeah, I need to figure so many things out, and I haven't done this before. And then he said, wait, what? It's freestyle? We're not playing regular chess? So I was like, why would you be playing regular chess here? And he didn't even know that until that moment. And then he again walked off. So yeah, it was, but he did say one thing to me. When I told him that Maurice is trying to psych me out, he said, I think you're a stronger player than Maurice.
Oh.
And then I think that gave me some confidence. But it was so much fun. He was, you know, very encouraging as a teammate, and even Ella said it. I think they've also played together, and they actually finished third in some tournament, Ella and Magnus.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so she told me that, you know, even if you mess up, like, he's the kind of person who will, like, have your back, and you'll be fine, so don't worry. So it was very sweet.
Did it ever happen in this match, like we'll go through the games, but did it ever happen where Magnus kind of motivate, like you were feeling a bit tensed and he was like, okay, don't worry, or something like that?
So we weren't allowed to talk anything more beyond, you know, we were allowed to trash talk and stuff, but I think every time he said something good, like he said, okay, good technique, or I played a good move, I think that really helped a lot because it gives you confidence. And it was really funny because in the second game, Magnus kept forgetting that he's the hand.
Yes.
And he
was all the time calling out the piece.
Yes, and that too after giving a pawn sacrifice, which was completely unexpected, but it was a really nice one. I mean, after c6, we were analyzing a little bit. So he kept calling the piece out, and I couldn't say that. So it all got really, really messy, but it was so much fun, you know, just overall, and a part of me just glad that I didn't let him down.
Wow. That's such a nice way to look at it.
I think honestly, Sagar, like, you know, obviously after, like, you know how Chess Olympiad's like there. Like after Chess Olympiad, I feel, you know, that's such a core memory for me. And, you know, one of the biggest, probably the biggest, it is the biggest moment of my chess career. But I think in general also just this experience of playing alongside him, you know, playing opposite Fabi, the two best players in the world. I think as a core memory, one more has been unlocked for 2024.
Beautiful, beautiful. And I think not many people get an opportunity to play with Magnus, and you took like the full advantage of it by playing so well, bringing your A game. If we go through the game, like the first one, where do you think was the critical moment?
Gosh, now I don't even remember, because the thing is with freestyle chess, right, the position's completely fresh.
Also,
yeah, the first one was this crazy one where we went b4, b5.
Yes, and I think we discussed, right, when it's symmetry, you play a4. Why did you play f3?
You know, Sagar, in that particular moment, I wasn't very sure, because after pawn takes pawn, queen takes pawn, ba4, queen a4, knight b6, I couldn't figure out where to keep the queen. But the thing is, I played f3, which I think was fine because it also opens up the bishop, but they have to go a5 at this point. Basically repeat the idea of breaking the symmetry in freestyle.
So he played
the first
b6.
person. Yeah, he didn't do that. And then when Magnus said pawn again, I did this whole process of elimination, starting with the h pawn, g pawn, and I was like, okay, it has to be a4. So I played that. And yeah, so for everyone who doesn't know, in the morning, you were like explaining a lot to me about freestyle and your thoughts on it. You know, you've done these interviews with everyone in Weissen House, and they had a lot of tips about how to approach a position. So I feel that was very helpful today.
The Levon
interview from Weissen House, I watched it, by the way. While I was getting my hair done, I was listening to the interview. And that was a great interview because he talks about these aspects. So highly recommend everyone to watch it. You know, Levon really with his, I think, style is perhaps, this format is meant for him, and that's why he loves it so much. His creativity comes out from move one. So then a4, pawn takes pawn, queen takes pawn, knight b6. Now, I was like, where do we move the queen? Later, Magnus said he wanted queen a1.
Also, bishop b6 was not so bad.
He said that after he said queen, I don't know if you heard it, I thought a lot, played queen b5, and, you know, went on a little queen journey there. But immediately when I started thinking, he said actually bishop takes knight would not have been so bad, but he'd already said queen. So I go queen b5 and then a6. And
we were like, we were taught not to move
what
the
was
queen.
my heart
so
rate
many
like, by the way?
Actually, your heart rate was always around 100 to 110. It was never, like you and Maurice both were in that zone, and Fabi and Magnus were both in 80s and 90s.
So they were very stable throughout. They weren't stressed.
And you guys, but you know, there was a heart rate meter and there was also some mood indicator.
Yes.
And a stress meter. And Maurice was repeatedly going to medium while you were always on low.
That's really interesting.
So maybe I felt like Maurice was feeling a bit more pressure.
Maybe because they lost the first game and then you have to come back. Also, you know, in head and hand, being the hand is definitely more difficult and challenging, but it's also the more fun one.
Yeah.
I really liked it the first time around because you know you are kind of directing and taking decisions, which is high pressure. But yeah, I think that's the more fun one.
Because in the first game, at some point when your queen was attacked, Magnus said knight, and then you took on b6, and then your knight went to a8.
You know, there was this one moment in the second game which made me feel confident, which kind of made me feel like, okay, we can fight. I thought the position's really lost, and I think Magnus could sense that. And then he just said, Tania, this isn't half as bad. So, you know, I just thought, okay, we can fight. And I was like, okay, you know what, let's fight.
Wow.
We were down like 2 pawns, probably busted. But just, you know, so I think he's a really good teammate.
True. And what did you guys then later on, after winning this, speak to each other? Did you do anything?
We were analyzing. I was just really relieved, honestly, that, you know, managed to play some good freestyle chess. Felt very free afterwards. It was a lot of fun, yeah, Sagar. And then, yeah, I think you were very aware of what I was feeling about the match, and that I was actually wanting to give my best, and I wasn't taking this lightly, to be honest. I really wanted to play well today. And I was under pressure. I feel I was quite stressed, but I also think that's important for me. When I feel stressed, yeah, then I think I'm more focused.
Amazing. And your brother and
yes, that was the
his
best
wife
part.
was here. I think it's maybe the first time they are watching you play chess, yeah?
My brother is from Singapore. He lives here. I mean, he lives in Singapore. And he's never seen me play chess. So he came for this event, and he and Devika were both here. So it was even extra special that they saw me play chess, play with Magnus, play against Fabi. So it was really nice.
Brilliant. And Tania, does it make you feel like, I should play more chess?
I don't know, but it makes me cool enough to do your walking interview with you. So you know, that's, I think I always feel that. You know, I felt it after the Olympiad, I felt it after Sands Open. Every time I play, but you know, my heart is so much into broadcast and commentary, and I work really hard for that. So at some point I'll have to take a decision, but I really enjoyed today.
And final words on freestyle chess, because you know, it's something that Magnus and Jan and this entire initiative is putting so much of resources and effort into. You played it today very seriously.
Yes.
And what was your feeling like when you compare it to classical chess?
You know, it's really freestyling. I think it's so liberating, and I realized it today. I've commentated on it before at Bison House, but playing it, you truly understand, you know, because we are so conditioned, Sagar, to the starting position that sometimes you forget that it's that 518, which is the starting position, is actually a subset of 960 positions, which are possible to start with. And if you can have that mind shift, be careful, we're about to reach. If you can have that mind shift that is the only piece position to start with, everything else remains the same, right? All the principles of getting your pieces out, controlling the center, trying to be the first to break through, getting activity, finding creative ideas to build an attack, to build counterplay, trying to get your mind around the patterns, you know, sometimes like where you expect your pieces to be, they're obviously not there. So certain things are attacked, certain things are not defended. Your brain is on full steroid mode from move number 1, basically. You're playing pure chess from the very start, and it's hard. Right. It's hard because we are so conditioned to the patterns and the way to get, you know, you want to go e4, you want to put your knight on f3, you want to put your bishop on c4, or you want to go d4, c4. But none of that is the case in this. It takes away, so it's really sort of freedom of mind. It was an awesome experience.
Beautiful.
I'm really looking forward to us commentating on this now.
Yeah, looking forward to it tomorrow, Tania. And once again, a huge congratulations to you for doing this. Well done.
Thank you.